That would have been. See, that comment about him being dead would have been funny if we were alive.
That's
Now
the
it just
first
seems
thing.
like some morbid thing I said to you.
Yeah, now we just have
before
to sit in instead of everyone else
here.
being able to enjoy it.
It almost sounds like I want him dead.
Right.
What's up, Digi dudes, Digi dolls, Digi Destin? We're back. Dad's Anime Stash. Speaking of people we want dead, Hulk Hogan died. Good for him.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of how that's going to go.
So Hulk Hogan, professional wrestler, had nothing to do with Digimon. He had what a lot of people call a complicated legacy. I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it. I definitely see the bad very far outweighing the good.
Yeah, Paul, there's an old, there's an, I mean, I don't think it's that old, but there's a clip of Paul Heyman at a, like wrestling panel or whatever. And someone shouts out, like, he's talking about Chris Benoit, and someone in the audience yells out, "That's my boy." And Paul Heyman rips into him and goes, "You can respect the in-ring work of the guy all you want, but as a person, he's a horrible person." I think it's kind of the same thing. You can, as a wrestling fan, you can appreciate what Hulk Hogan brought to the business in terms of recognition, but absolutely hate who he became or who he always was, and like abhorrently, admonish him.
Yeah, and make memes about his death, like you do when people you like die.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
I've seen a few.
If I die and I don't see memes about me within a week, I'm going to be haunting people because it's not okay. What's the point of dying?
That is true.
Yeah. Chris Benoit was a hero. We could all agree.
Yeah.
And then just a few days after that, Vince McMahon gets in a car crash, wrecks his car.
I did see that. I thought you were gonna go Ozzy Osbourne dying. That's what I thought.
Ozzy Osbourne dying. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I've seen him once in concert. So I'm glad I was able to do that. I think it sucks. I think, what he brought to the music industry was huge, but it's cool that how much did he raise on his farewell concert? Because his last concert was all for charity. $190 million.
That's nice. That's good.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to look at guys like Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan and say, oh man, it's such a shame that they died, because they weren't in their prime. They lived lives. They lived good lives. They ate good.
Right.
They had a long run, especially, I mean, Ozzy, he was not in good shape. They would literally
God,
push him out on stage to sing one song in his concert, because that's all he had left in him.
Yeah.
He had what? Parkinson's, dementia. He had no idea where he was.
The drugs took their toll at the end there.
It's just hard to look at someone who lived such a long, full, and drug-full life and be like, oh man, what a shame. Especially when a week ago, no one was talking about either of them.
Yeah.
They were pop culture icons. They were big, and not to admonish either of them, but now let's just move on to who's pop culture icon. Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, yeah.
Probably be sad if she dies, because she's what, 6?
Yeah. I mean, not much higher than that. Yeah.
Just saying, when you cross that threshold of you could die at any time of natural causes, it's less sad when you die.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Speaking of death, an apocalypse leads to lots of deaths.
It's true.
Especially when Apocalypse is involved. So we're back on Digimon. We're talking about now Apocalypse, which is play on the Apocalypse Now movie, but they were trying to be cool about it. This episode, what do we got? That aired March 19th in the year 2000. That was the day Sai was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not here to deny it, so that's what
He's
happened.
not. So there's no way for him to counterpoint.
So let's talk about this. Our gang falls into the ground, into a hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Jedi tells them Apocalypse came from the firewall. Get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that there were other Digidestined before them that beat him, making our Digidestined less special already.
Yeah.
First off, they're not the first. Second off, as we'll find out later, they're not alone.
Yeah. Not only they're not the first, they're not alone. It also begs the question: what was the issue the first time that they couldn't fix it to where, like, why does so much keep happening in this digital world?
It's a weird place. Well, we'll talk about that when we get there. So Apocalypse tells everyone that he doesn't have the power to eliminate his sadness. He tells them that they don't have the power to eliminate his sadness, which is no reason to fight them, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean he repeatedly calls them and tells them like half the information, and then says something else is going on, or like he gives them just enough info to be like, hey, there's more things you have to fight, and then he like moves on with his life.
Let me tell you, a lot of people couldn't eliminate my sadness. Like if I'm walking down the street and I'm bummed that I dropped my ice cream cone and some guy's walking by me, I'm not going to start a fight with him, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna move on with my life.
Apocalypse could be drunk. I mean,
I
these
mean,
are the actions of a drunk man.
it is possible. It would. A lot of things would make sense if that was the case.
I don't want to put words in the show creator's mouth, but we've seen it
It's
before.
true.
So Apocalypse is a mega Digimon. Obviously, he's going to have to be, but he's unidentified type, so we don't know which type is better, which type is worse. Not that it ever matters, but it's good to know.
Yeah, he's a weird last Digimon because supposed last Digimon because he turns them all into puppets and then they beat him pretty easily. And then Jedi shows up and he's like, hey, there's this other thing that actually is the issue here, and it's a giant Rubik's cube.
Every time they beat one, Jedi's just like, gotcha.
Yeah, so close. You're what's the that old meme of like the fisherman with like the dollar bill being almost gotcha. It's like
Almost
that.
gotcha.
It's that with just the image of like, hey, you saved the digital world, and then he's just like, sorry, actually, you didn't quite save it. There's actually an ultimate evil that has existed since the dawn of time, and you gotta fight that.
Dawn of time in the digital world, which is probably 1981.
Yeah, and he immediately comes out with all the jokes.
He does.
When he shows up.
He's a real sad guy. He comes out and he tells him he's made from the sadness of all the Digimon who went extinct because they didn't digivolve. And then he asks the question,
which is that the first time that's ever been mentioned?
Yeah.
Have they ever made any mention before that Digimon can fail a Digi-evolution, or isn't that like the first time that? And I
think it's more of just they never digivolve, so they just died eventually.
And yeah, that's true.
Maybe of sadness.
Yeah, that's true.
He comes out. He says, "Why do you get the pizza? Well, I only get the crust." I'm assuming that is not a reference to the new Karate Kid movie, considering this came out 30 years before. But
I'm going to assume not. And then he hurts himself, and then he makes a joke, and he goes, "Wait a minute, I'm supposed to be sad, or I'm supposed to be depressed." And then that's, and then he just de-evolutions them.
Yeah, he does.
And then makes them disintegrate.
He is an extremely sad guy, and he does not let you forget how sad he is.
No, he brings it up a lot, and then he makes jokes that he's actually not that sad, or he is depressed, but Yeah, he doesn't quite make sense. And then he de-evolutions them, and then they just force their way. And then he takes their crests and destroys them. And I'm like, wow, this was really easy for this guy to do what so many other people for 52 episodes failed to do.
You'd think Metal Edamon would have been able to do it, considering he could definitely kick Apocalymon's ass.
You'd think that some of them would have thought of this before.
To be fair, though, he does have all the moves with the defeated bad guys.
That is true. That is true.
He's a big jerk. He breaks their tags, tags, crests. He turns them into bits of data, like in the Matrix. That was the plot to the Matrix, right? Everyone was data.
Pretty much.
Everyone was sad.
Yeah. It doesn't take him. He very easily beats them. It is not hard for him at all.
Now, here's the thing. The Digimon still think they can win this fight, but the Digidestined don't, which is bad because they have to use the power of friendship, which is the greatest force in anime.
Yeah, it's foolproof.
So they get together and they decide they're going to use the power of friendship. And you know how they do that? They play a bunch of clips from old episodes. That way they don't have to animate new stuff, and it's much cheaper.
Yeah. And it works.
So at this point, everyone on Earth can see what's going on in the digital world because it's in the sky. It's like the Dome in Las Vegas, but bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty easy.
And guess what? Remember when Genai and Piximon both told them they needed the tags and crests? Turns out that was a lie.
Yeah. Turns out most of what Genai has told them is wrong in some way, shape, or form.
It's like that meme where the guy says, "So that was a fucking lie." So then they realize that, and then the second half of the episode, 10 minutes is spent with them digivolving.
Yeah, which I think I think it would have been hilarious if they go through that whole process, they digivolve, they come back into the digital world in front of him, and then he just grabs them again and de-evolves them. And it's just like, that was cool, guys, but it took me 3 seconds the first time. What makes you think I wouldn't just do it again this time?
How much new animation do you think we saw in that episode? 4 minutes? Maybe? We had clips. We had
a lot repeated. Even when he's using the last of his claws and they're blowing them up and stuff, that was just the same claw animation repeated over and over again.
It's like that one scene during the Cell Saga when Krillin looks like he's drawn with crayon for some reason.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a big part of it. Anyway, episode 54, the final episode, The Fate of Two Worlds, March 26th, the year 2000.
Yeah.
That was Sai's birthday.
Yeah, that's true.
So then we get 2 minutes recapping their Digivolutions. Probably could have just cut that off. Didn't need to be there. We get it. We just fucking saw it. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
They start cutting off Apocalymon's limbs one by one, which is, I don't know if it's necessary. I can tell you it's rude.
Yeah. It's a weird last episode because they very quickly just go from hey, we'll just stay here for 100 years.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's talk about the actual fight with Apocalypse. They easily defeat him.
Yeah, once they come back.
For some reason, now they just kick the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And then
it's so easy.
Destroys both worlds to teach them a lesson.
Yeah. He's like, I'm just going to explode and take us all out. And then they just...
Everyone dies.
Yeah.
But not really.
Nope.
The Digivices make light, which we've seen them do before, so we know that's part of the story. And I wonder how that affects things. in the last evolution Kazuna era when they don't have Digivices anymore. But the light makes a cage around him, and he just does his own thing, in
Yeah,
his little cage, and he's not our problem anymore.
Yeah, he just explodes anyway, and then they're like, "All right, sweet, we're done."
And then Joe looks at everyone and he says what we're all thinking. He says, "Excuse me while I go throw up." This is probably the right emotion at that point, honestly.
Yeah, yeah,
So then all the friends show up, all the Digi friends. They show up. They all hug. All the Digimon in the real world, because apparently there were still Digimon in the real world, which I'm positive stopped with Myotismon, but apparently they were still there. They disappeared, and we assume they go back to the digital world, but perhaps they went to some other world that we haven't seen yet.
yeah.
Genai shows up. He tells them that the digital world will be reborn, as well as all the Digimon from the past. And then they go to Primary Village, and it's raining Digi eggs. All the Digi eggs are coming back. Everyone's coming back. Everything's good.
Yeah, they did it. They've succeeded. It's now they're gonna give birth. They're gonna wait and have all the Digimon eggs hatch, and then they realize that let's just stay here for our summer vacation. It's 100 years. We'll stay here for 100 years, and that'll be 4 weeks in the real world.
And that's great, but that's where you.
Yeah. But that can't happen because apparently, when they destroyed the ultimate evil, it reset the the time working differently. It's now time is the exact same, and when the portal closes, it's now closed forever, which seems like bullshit. Like, I don't know how any of them don't immediately go, but wait, Genai, you told us there was Digi kids here before us that saved the world, but you brought us here. So what do you mean it closes forever? It clearly opened up again.
Genai,
they don't think of that. They go, crap.
They don't.
We've got 2 hours to say goodbye.
Genai, his information is questionable at best. We'll stick with that. So let me explain it to you. The two worlds sync up. Have you ever seen two ladies and they sync up their periods?
Right. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, this is exactly what happened. Yeah. Time is, that's why they call a certain amount of time a period.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So yeah, Genai tells them they have to leave in 2 hours, and it's hitting them hard. Izzy and Tennomon tell each other they love each other. Kari got him on her whistle. Palemon ran away because it was just too hard. It's just too hard.
Yeah.
They're all sure they'll see each other again, mostly because of how fucking unreliable Genai is.
He doesn't. He's not. You don't rely on him for your info.
He's good to tell you whatever doesn't make fucking sense. They're cable carring away, and Mimi's sad that she didn't see Palemon. Palemon starts running around the train, and she says goodbye, and all the Digimon run with him, and they're all sure they'll see each other again, obviously. And Hey Digimon plays. Ty gives us the prologue saying that he hopes he sees his digital friends again one day.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you, this was 25 years ago. He will.
Boom.
And that's it. That is it for Digimon Season 1.
That's it.
Now over to you for Cameron's thoughts.
So he's actually gone. So he didn't get to watch the end. So, yeah, no Cameron thoughts, unfortunately.
So he doesn't get to see the end of Digimon?
I'll replay it for him.
You won't let him see it ever?
No, I'm gonna replay it for him once he's back. I'll rewatch it. I'll rewatch it with him.
Deleted off the internet.
Yeah.
Prove to him.
It never happened. I can say whatever I want to say.
And he's like, "Can we watch Digimon?" And you're like, "What's Digimon?"
Yeah, like that doesn't exist. Like, what are you talking about? That was never a thing. But I mean, we had lots of thoughts during the year. I mean, he liked it overall from what he saw, and I think it'll be interesting to have him see the next Digidestined kids and then the new Digimon and.
Well, he's not going to see that quite yet because the next thing we've got is the movie Our War Game.
Yeah,
it takes place the following summer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw Digimon the movie. It was 3 movies put together.
Yeah, I did see those. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll be checking that out next week. Our weeks flow like the digital world, where sometimes
1 minute is a couple years.
Someone gets busy. Sometimes someone just doesn't want to stay up till 9 at night.
It happens. We go through our digital phases, but yeah. How many movies is there in the original group?
Debatable. I mean, technically,
yeah.
one.
Well, yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, that's true.
There's the prologue movie that we watched already, and then there's Our War Game, which takes place between season 1 and 2. But then there is the follow-up. Well, technically, I guess there's 2, because 20 years later, there's Digimon Adventure Try, which is 6 movies, but they were supposed to be basically a new season. And then there's Last Evolution Kazuna, which is the direct follow-up to season 1. But I mean, it all takes place after season 2.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. But yeah, War Game, we'll recover our War Game for next time.
All right, man. Anything else you got going on? Have you watched any anime?
I did start watching Time I Reincarnated as a Slime. Just finished season 1 because when I did that convention a couple weeks ago, I was I was sharing a beer with the main voice actress from that anime, and then the guy who's the voice actor of what's the fatter guy in Steins Gate. The computer guy. Yeah,
I don't remember anyone's name from Steins Gate, but I love Steins Gate.
The big dude who was always typing on the computer.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
That guy, because he was there and we hit it off, so we were just like having a beer, and then she was there, and I knew who she was, but I had never watched the big thing that made her famous, which was Reincarnated as a Slime. So I was like, you know what, she was really cool. Because she bought me a beer, and I was like, I'll watch this finally and give it a shot. It's pretty good. It's entertaining. I like it.
Is it as good as Reincarnated as a Vending Machine?
I've only seen 2 minutes of that, and I never want to watch it anymore.
Listen. It's better than you think it is. Do you listen? What was the best part of Resident Evil 4?
The vendor.
No, it was when you were managing your suitcase.
Oh,
that's all this show is.
That's what I've heard
of him managing a suitcase.
That is true. That's true. That's a good point.
Have you started watching the new season of Kaiju number 8?
I haven't watched any of that yet.
What?
Yeah, I've never seen it.
You're old enough to appreciate it.
Yeah, I've heard. I did finish. I think the last time since we had I finished Shangri-La Frontier the last time.
No.
I finished. So I finished that since the last time we.
I liked it a lot. It felt a lot more serious than season 1, which I didn't care for. But they can always be serious next year.
It seems like it definitely was cut short. It feels like season 2 should have concluded with the fighting tournament, not
how they do it. They just roll.
Yeah. So, but I mean, whatever. I mean, but yeah, I finished that since the last time. I think that's it. Those are the main 2 that I've done.
Gotcha. I caught up on Dan to Dan.
Mm.
Did you watch that?
I have not seen it. I've in passing. The girlfriend loves it, so she's I just watched it. So I've heard it,
man.
But
it's worth checking out.
I haven't sat there and watched it.
Aside from this one 3 minutes in one episode, which is the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. But aside from that, it's a blast.
Oh, right.
And then
I
the
mean,
new season
there's a bunch that I need to watch.
You're not going to care about the new season of My Dress Up Darling, but it's out. I don't want to hear it. My Dress Up Darling is amazing.
I mean, yeah, you never know with these. Sometimes they're like really good.
Yeah. All right. Anything else going on? You play a video game or anything?
I've been looking into playing old school RuneScape again because apparently I heard they've done a bunch of updates and it's like exploded in popularity. It was like it maintained a decent player base, but I guess it's like tripled the amount of people that were playing it because I guess they did some update and I guess it's like changed the way the game is played. So I'm thinking about giving that a shot again.
Pretty cool. Me and my wife have been playing Split Fiction.
I played first like hour and a half of that with a buddy through Steam, but that's about it so far.
How you're supposed to do it? You're supposed to do it with a significant other.
Yeah,
that's actually the other game they made. What was that?
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two. We played that as well, where you're a couple that's getting divorced.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I have not played It Takes Two.
Yeah, play that when you want to test your relationship.
That's what it seems like. That it's one of those kind of things.
All right, man. We'll wrap it up. Do you want to go ahead and sing the traditional ending song, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida?
I would. My voice is killing me. So instead, what I will tell people is to stay tuned for next week while we review Digimon our war game and get ready for more Digimon anime stash person. And so I will be here, maybe. Who knows?
All of that is right.
Yeah. You never know.